Till here we have completed the construction and working of mandatory neutral position kick system. Now we will see how exactly optional neutral position kick system works in order to start or initiate the cranking of our vehicle. As the name indicates, it is optional. It means in such a kind of starting system, it is not necessary to select a neutral gear ratio. Means you can apply the kick at the time of neutral condition also. You can apply a kick when your vehicle are in geared condition also. Okay, so we will see how exactly it happens. For the explanation of the optional neutral position kick system, I am using a same figure as we have used in case of the first type of starting system. The only difference in between them, the location of our counter gear and the starting or we can say kick gear. Okay, so just skip this thing. Means imagine these two gears are not at this position, instead of it is located here. Suppose this is our counter gear. Okay, and our kick gear is supposed to here. Okay, so this is our kick gear, and through this kick is coming outside, or kick lever are coming outside. Okay, so I have just changed the position of gear of counter gear and of kick gear. So initially in first type it is connected to the main shaft gear, but in case of the second type it is directly connected to the Z2. It is directly connected to Z2. So now see how exactly working take place. So whenever you are applying a kick in this direction, then this wheel, or we can say this kick gear, supposed to rotate in clockwise direction. This counter gear is supposed to rotate in opposite direction. As this counter gear is engaged with the Z2, the Z2 start to rotate in clockwise direction. Okay, and the Z2 are in engaged condition with Z1, then it is supposed to rotate in this direction. When it rotates in this direction, crankshaft rotates, entire crankshaft rotates, and our connecting rod start to reciprocating as well as oscillating, and it conveys power to piston. So our initiation start in this way. So what is the difference in between these two? That is mandatory and optional. In case of the mandatory, the thing that is counter gear and the kick gear are talking or communicating or transmitting the power to the main shaft. After that, the power is coming to the housing via clutch plate, then it is coming to the Z2, then it coming to the Z1, and then it is transmitted to crankshaft. But in case of the optional neutral position, your these two things, that is counter shaft and the kick shaft, are directly engaged, are in engaging condition of as shown in figure. So this is your kick shaft or kick gear, and this is your counter gear or the idle gear. It directly rotates, responsible to make a rotation of your clutch housing or clutch bracket along with the Z2, as Z2 and the clutch housing are one piece atom or one piece spare part. It is rotated together, as this clutch housing is directly bolted on the Z2. So Z2 rotates and your Z1 rotates and crankshaft rotates in order to initiate the initial cycles. Now come to the point. Why neutral position is optional? As we can see, this kick starting arrangement gears, that is idler gear and the kickstart uh, kick gear, are directly communicating with Z2. It is not responsible, or it is not mandatory to select a neutral gear. Just take an example. If your main shaft, one of the gear on the main shaft are engaged with the another gear present on the drive shaft, and suppose chain, this is a chain which is conveying power to road wheels. Okay, this is conveying the power to road wheels. And I told you, one of the gear from the drive shaft are engaged in condition, or sorry, one of the gear from the main shaft are engaged with one of the gear from the drive shaft. Then if you apply the kick without pressing a clutch pedal, without pressing a clutch pedal, then what will happen? This thing go downward, that is kick go downwards. After that, after that, this gear supposed to rotate in this direction. This gear supposed to rotate in this direction. This supposed to rotate in this direction. When this rotate, then if you not press the clutch, then this drive main shaft rotates. The main shaft rotates. Then this gear rotates from the drive shaft. Then drive shaft rotate. Then uh, drive chain rotates, and drive chain rotates, then your rear wheel also rotates. So your vehicle supposed to propel in forward direction when you are not pressing a clutch. If you are not pressing a clutch at gear engage condition. So to start a vehicle in engage gear condition or engage gear position by this type of kick starting system, you need to be a press clutch pedal or clutch lever. Then what will happen? Simply, the engagement between this main shaft and and clutch housing get terminated. You know that clutch housing and the main shaft are communicating with each other via number of clutch plate, as they are sandwiched in between pressure plate and the clutch housing. Okay, so whenever we are having a geared engage condition and we want to start our vehicle, okay, in with such a type of kick starting arrangement, you need to press a clutch. So in the geared engage condition also, we can start our vehicle with second type of starting system. No need to select a neutral gear. So that's why it is neutral position is optional. Now this is the first condition. This was a first condition. Now which is the second condition? Your gear is already in, or your vehicle already in neutral position. Neutral position means same. There are number of gear on the main shaft. There are number of gear on the drive shaft. None of them are engaged in condition. Okay, this is chain going to rear axle. Okay, this is rear wheel. Just imagine, and none of the gear from the main shaft are engaged in condition with the gear present on the drive shaft. So this is a neutral position. So now you're supposed to apply the kick. Kick rotate in this way. This gear it rotate in this way. Okay. Sorry, this is not our kick. Our kick like this. Okay. So you are applying the kick. Our gear will rotate in this way. Which gear? Kick gear. If kick gear rotated in this way, then your, what we can say, this is our idler gear rotated in this way. Idler gear rotated in this direction, then clutch housing rotated in this direction, and clutch housing is directly responsible to make a rotation of your Z1 gear. So this Z2 rotate in this direction and Z1 rotate in this direction. Now it is responsible to make a rotation of entire crankshaft, and piston will supposed to reciprocate inside the cylinder in order to initiate a initial cycles. Okay, so this is the thing which get differentiate or which different in case of these two systems, that is mandatory and the optional. So nowadays all the two-wheeler or 85% two-wheeler are coming with such a type of arrangement. Why? Because many time we are uh, we are facing a traffic signal. Okay, many time our vehicle get or accidentally get shut down. In that case, we are least bothered about selecting a neutral position if we are having a second type of gear starting system. We have to just press the clutch pedal or clutch lever and just apply the key. We need not to select a neutral gear ratio, because selecting a neutral gear position is again the time consuming activity. In that sense, if you are facing a heavy traffic, so it is again become a trouble to select a neutral gear while the people shouting behind you. Okay, so this type of arrangement is more preferably used in nowadays in 85% vehicle. Okay, so till here we have completed both the type of starting system, that is both the type of manual or we can say kick starting system in used in case of the two-wheeler. Still, if you face any difficulty to understand above concepts, please ask on the Google Classroom. Thank you.